Welcome to all BSc third year students in online class lectures of Fishery Science, paper 13, semester 5th. During last few lectures, we have completed the aquaculture techniques, in which various fishes are to be cultured. Then last lecture we have studied the next important article, that is culture of marine water prawn. The first part of this marine water prawn, which is we have seen already: introduction, classification of prawn, and general characteristics of Penaeus indicus. The next article or the next point of our syllabus is the food feeding and selection of site for culture of marine water prawn. These are to be contribute to the total all India marine fish landing. That total all India marine fish landing, these are to be contributed near about 10% to the total fish production, to the total production. That's why this important animal prawn, which is we have seen in this online lecture series. The food and feeding habits of marine prawns are especially the Penaeus indicus, Penaeus monodon. These are the two important marine prawn culture which is to be cultured in Indian waters or Indian seas and oceans. The prawns as Penaeus indicus and Penaeus monodon species are omnivorous feeding habit. These species of Penaeus indicus and Penaeus monodon, these are omnivorous feeding habit. Omnivorous feeding habit, they feed different food material, that may be phytoplankton, that may be zooplankton, it may be feed upon the living food materials as well as the dead and other different detritus food materials. Feeding at the bottom food material, these prawns, these are to be feed, it is to be feeding at the bottom food material, those food which is to be available in bottom area, that food these are to be taken. These feeds upon living organisms, these feeds upon vegetable matters, and also dead decaying detritus organic matters. These are feeds. Feeding is to be done. Which are the food material which is to be consumed? These are feed on bottom food material. Which are the bottom food material? That may be living organisms, that may be vegetable matters, that may be dead animals or decaying detritus organic materials are the matters. Those are the dead and decaying food material. These are to be available in the bottom, in the benthic area. That food these are to be consumed, that food these are to be taken by the prawns. Dead and decaying detritus organic matters. The vegetable matter consists of, which are the vegetables? Vegetable matter consists of diatoms, variety of diatoms, planktonic algae, different types of algae, that may be planktonic algae, Spirogyra, Cara, Oscillatoria, Nostoc, Odogonium, varieties of planktonic algae, bits of seaweeds, number of seaweeds, these are to be used as food material, and dead animals and detritus matter is composed of. Which are the dead animals or detritus matter? The dead animal, these are to be available in the bottom, in the benthic area. These dead detritus matter, these are to be composed of dead bodies, dead animals of copepods, dead animals of ostracods, amphipods, other smaller crustacean, including their larval stages. Various types of other smaller crustacean larval stages, these are to be occur. These are to be again used as a food materials of hydroids, used as food materials of molluscan larvae, polychaete and its larvae. These various types of food material, these are to be given, these are to be used as, means these prawn, these are to be versatile feeding habit, better way, versatile feeding habit. It is to be used dead decaying food materials as copepods, as ostracods, amphipods, means those are the small zooplankton which is to be available, which is to be dead or decaying in benthic area or the bottom area. These are to be used as food material. Some other crustacean or their larvae, these are to be used as food material. Hydroids, molluscan larvae, polychaete larvae, these are also used as a food materials. Sometimes they feed upon sand particles and twigs. Sometimes, occasionally, or different times, these prawns, these are to be sometimes these are to be feed upon when these are to be consumed the dead and decaying food material. At that time, sand particles, twig particle, these are to be automatically enter when the prawn consume the food material, that is copepods, ostracods or the other amphipods. With these animals, small sand particle, when these are to be attached to that food material, these are also taken by the prawn. It is notable that the large size prawns never feed upon the healthy smaller ones. Most interesting character, it is notable that the large size prawns never feed upon the healthy smaller ones under normal condition. When large size prawn, they can consume the food material, but which food material? Those food material, these are to be weak. Those food material, these are to be not strong or weak, susceptible. Such food, these are to be taken, means healthy food, these are to be avoided, these are to be not taken as a food material. Healthy smaller ones under normal condition. But once the smaller ones become weak or die, the larger one may feed upon them. Once these smaller food material, these are to be weak or die, at that time these larger prawn, these are to be consumed the such food materials. Feed upon them. Planktonic diatoms, these are to be again used as a food material. Not only these are to be taken, that is larger may feed upon them, and planktonic diatoms to constitute the food of prawns. Larger prawns, these are also taken as a food material. That food materials are the diatoms. Number of diatoms, that is where the varieties of diatoms, these are to be used, that diatom, these are to be used as food. Means these Penaeus indicus, these prawn, these are to be omnivorous, feeds upon living food material, feeds upon phytoplankton, feeds upon zooplankton, as well as not only live food material, but these are also feed upon dead decaying detritus organic food materials, or the varieties of diatoms, varieties of planktonic algae, varieties of animals, that may be ostracods, that may be amphipods, that may be varieties of copepods, where those are to be smaller. The interesting characteristic of food and feeding is to be larger prawn, these are to be never consume, never take the food which is to be healthy. Those food which is to be weak, die, such food these are to be consumed, such food these are to be taken. That is the food and feeding of this prawn, Penaeus indicus and Penaeus monodon. See the figure. In this figure we have observed prawn walking on the mud or land. For the food, when it is to be found, when it is to be occur in bottom or benthic region, on bottom region, with the help of these ciliate legs, they can walk, they can creep on the ground, keep on the mud or woods, and those food material which is to be available, that food material, these are to be first cut into pieces by dorsal or the rostrum and ciliate legs, and then these are to be consumed. That is the prawns. With these prawns, this is the tiger prawn. Tiger prawn, that is the Penaeus monodon. Bands are to be present on the prawn, and antennules and antenna, these are to be long. Walking leg, these are to be large, and it is to be well developed. This is the Penaeus indicus, shows its ciliate legs. Another figures, see that. Again in this Penaeus indicus, it is also called as white prawn. These blue color two ciliate legs, these are to be present, and with these ciliate legs, with their pointed sharp ciliate edge, they can cut the food material into pieces, and then these are to be swallowed, then these are to be angled. And other different thoracic legs, these are to be found, these are to be occur, and abdominal legs, these are to be short, and uropod, these are also a telson is to be short, these are to be found. This is the again white prawn, complete figure, these are to be seen, these are to be found. Eyes are to be stalked eyes, rostrum, these are to be pointed and toothed, then antennules and antenna, these are to be long. Ciliate legs, these are to be long, and thoracic leg, these are to be most important to creep on the mud, to creep on the bottom of the water, and abdominal appendages, these are to be support to move from one part to the another part, that is the white prawn or the Penaeus indicus. This prawn, food is garbed by the ciliate of the thoracic legs and taken to the mouth. Food is to be garbed. First food is to be garbed, captured by the ciliate of the thoracic legs and taken to the mouth, where the maxillipedes help in further cutting. After capturing food, maxillipede, these are to be cut the food material, cutting and driving it toward the mandibles. First maxillipede, these are to be cut the food material, and with this cutting food material, the food, these are to be driven toward the mandibles, which macerate means to pasteurize, to simplified or simple, it is to be cut into pieces, and then which is to be macerate the food into finer particles and fit for swallow. After macerating, the food, these are to be swallowed, food, these are to be enter into the mouth and entering into the complete body and enter into the digestive tract. With this versatile feeding habits, prawns are the best non-fish organisms which feeds on natural foods, as well as it is also feeds on supplementary food material which provided by prawn culturists. The supplementary food consists of cow dung. Supplementary food, these are to be consist of rice bran. Supplementary food, these are to be consist of wheat bran. Food, these are to be consist of husk of rice, husk of wheats, and animal food material consists of trash fish and small dried crushed fishes. Trash fishes, these are to be captured. These fishes, these are to be then open sun dried on beach around coir mattings, and after complete drying 4 to 7 days, such fishes, these are to be collected and these are to be crushed, and then that powder, these are to be spread, that powder, these are to be mixed into the culture of prawn or the prawn culture areas. That food material is called as the, or that food is called as the trash fish, and small dried crushed fishes for culture condition. These supplementary food, these are to be provided by prawn culturists according to the species size and according to the stocking condition. How much seed these are to be stocked, and how much size of prawn these are to be grow, how much size of prawn these are to be growing in pond culture, depending upon the culture size and depending upon the, that is, stocking density of the prawn seed. Supplementary food, these are to be provided by the prawn culturists. With this supplementary food material, natural food is also available, natural food is also taken by these prawn, but in culture condition, prawn quantity, these are to be large, prawn quantity, these are to be more in numbers, and due to this more in numbers, available natural food, these are to be scarcity, available natural food, these are to be minimized. To solve the problem of this prawn culture is these are to be provided, these are to be supply the supplementary food materials. Which are the supplementary food material these are to be provided? Prawn culture is these are to be provided supplementary food consist of cow dung, varieties of cow dung these are to be found, that may be desi cow dung, that may be a hybrid cow dung, or that may be a other different cow dung. Rice bran, wheat bran, husk of rice, husk of wheat, and animal food material these are to be consist of, that is trash fish, small dried trash fishes, or sometimes culture of zooplankton on large scale. These cultured zooplankton is also provided as a supplementary food material, supplementary food according to the stocking density and size of the prawn species. This is the food and feeding of Penaeus indicus or the marine water prawn. When naturally these are to be cultured, these are to be taken food material naturally available in sea area, naturally available food seed in oceans. But when these are to be cultured in culture ponds, culture condition, then with natural food prawn culture is provided the supplementary food, and supplementary food these are to be consist the various types of food material these are to be provided, various types of food material these are to be supplied. The next, see, this is the tiger prawn, or it is called as the Penaeus monodon. It is clearly indicate that on why it is to be called as tiger prawn, Penaeus monodon, because on body colored bands or the colored strips, and these colored bands, these colored strips, these are to be seen. The rostrum, eyes, mandibles, then antenna, and the ciliate legs or the thoracic legs, and the abdominal pleopods, abdominal legs and pleopod, these are to be seen, these are to be observed in this figure, that is sea fish image, these are to be observed, found. It is the Penaeus monodon or the, that is tiger prawn. Then next point of our study, selection of site. For culture of prawns, for culture of marine prawn culture in seas and oceans, what is the site selection? How site these are to be choose, how site these are to be select, because well begin is the half done, well success. When we have selected a comfortable site, when we have selected a suitable site or ideal site, then prawn culture these are to be done ideal. But when we have our selection of site these are to be fell down, selection of site these are to be not proper, then prawn culture these are to be not so ideal, or the production of prawn these are to be not so, those are to be expected. For that purpose, site selection these are to be important, these are to be most useful for the marine water prawn culture. For the selection of site in marine water, sea water, for culture of marine water prawns or marine water prawn culture, the most suitable location is along the tidal flats, and marshlands adjacent to the brackish water or estuaries is the ideal size. Where prawn these are to be culture, where prawn these are to be suitable to culture, where the tidal flats or the flats these are to be occur, marshland adjacent to the brackish water or the estuaries, where the marshland areas these are to be observed, where the tidal region these are to be observed, in the estuaries or in the brackish water, naturally water these are to be inlet, and naturally water these are to be outlet by a constant regular motion. Such site, such area these are to be suitable, such area these are to be choose for the prawn culture, for the culture of Penaeus indicus, where naturally incoming of water these are to be available, no tidal effect these are to be seen on that area, and outlet when excess water these are to be enter into that culture area, culture region, excess water, these are to be immediately leave outside, immediately these are to be released outside, means inlet and outlet. And the better way, the tidal current, when the tides, these are to be occur in seas and oceans, this tidal effect, these are to be not seen, not observed on the culture of prawns or the culture of these pinned prawns. Suppose these tide, these are to be affected, then prawn culture, these are to be affected. Heavy tide, these are to be observed. With this tide effect, prawn, these are to be swim from one part to another part, and totally prawn culture is, these are to be damaged, totally prawn culture is, these are to be collapse. So the area, these are to be choose, so the area, these are to be select tidal areas, marshland areas adjacent to the estuaries and brackish water, these are to be ideal, these are to be most suited. The size of culture areas, the size of irregular shape and uneven bottom counters are not suitable. The size of irregular shape and uneven bottom is to be uneven. When such bottom, these are to be uneven, then such areas, such part, these are to be not suitable, as they reduce the efficiency of harvesting. Suppose uneven area, these are to be occur, uneven area, these are to be found, then at the time of harvesting, prawn, these are to be not completely harvested, these are to be not harvesting, they reduce their efficiency of harvesting. That's why such size, these are to be not select, such size, these are to be not choose. The sites located too close to the beach are likely to be subjected. The sites located too close to the beach are likely to subjected to the threat of erosion. Just I have told. Suppose close to the sea, close to the ocean, what happens with the tidal effect? Heavy tide, these are to be occur. Erosion, these are to be found in sands. Erosion, these are to be occur, and prawns are also move from a danger condition. That's why erosion, these are to be threat. Such area, these are to be not chosen, not select. In the sublittoral zone, the main criterion for the selection of site is that there should be smaller range of variation between high and low water levels. Where the heavy tide, these are to be not occur. Where heavy outlet and heavy inlet, these are to be not seen. Areas, these are to be choose, these are to be select. Which areas? Where smaller range of variation between high and low. Means slowly water, these are to be enter in current, and slowly water, these are to be ex current outlet. Such water areas, such adjacent to the area of estuaries, adjacent to the area of the brackish water, or adjacent area to the lagoons, such area, these are to be choose, these are to be select for the culture of prawns in marine water, that may be east coast and west coast. At the same times, there should be enough circulation of water within the farm enclosure at nip tides. Area, these are to be select, area, these are to be choose, where at the same time enough circulation of water. Those area, these are to be select, those area, these are to be choose. In that area, circulation of water, these are to be enough, these are to be optimum. Means the area, these are to be choose, these are to be select, where there is no circulation of water, there is no ex current and in current, such water, these are to be not suited with, because with ex current and in current, food material, these are to be enter in the culture ponds or the culturable areas, and those waste material, these are to be, that is leave outside to the ponds. That's why water circulation, these are to be important in farm or in the farm enclosure at nip tides. Nip tides means where tide, these are to be slowly affected, where water, these are to be enter, and where water, these are to be leave. Such area, these are to be choose, such area, these are to be select. That area is the ideal area, means for the culture of marine water prawns or marine water prawn culture, suitable location along the tidal flats and marshland adjacent to the brackish water and estuaries. The size of irregular shape and uneven bottom, these are to be not suitable. The size is to be regular, size is to be and shape is to be regular, and bottom is to be even, not uneven bottom, these are to be seized, these are to be select such area, these are to be choose where the tidal current, these are to be not affected, where tidal current erosion, these are to be not affected. Here when it is to be seen, then it is to be threatened, means that is incoming of water and outgoing of water, these are to be regular way, regular manner, these are to be done, these are to be found in these prawn cultures. This is again these prawn, these are to be culture in different prawn culture areas, different culture ponds. We have seen, we have observed, these are the antennules very long up to the length of more than body length, which is to be observed. Various figures we have observed. For the ideal prawn culture, it should be in proper way and proper manner. For the ideal prawn culture, it should be in proper way and proper manner. When site selection is criteria for prawn culture, it should be ideal site, as water can easily in current and ex current without any extra investment. It is in a low lying area where more water is collected and less water is found with tidal effect. In culture condition, tidal current is not affected severely. Sand and gravels were easily removable. Those sand and gravel, these are to be found that sand and gravels were easily removable and water is stored long period. Where water, these are to be stored long period. Water should not percolate in short duration. Those area, those land, these are to be selected. In that land, water should not be percolated, water should not be drained within short period. Water is good quality water and minimum wastage and debris. Those water which is to be select, those area, these are to be select. In that areas, minimum wastage and minimum debris, these are to be occur. Debris, these are to be found. When the wastage and debris, these are to be more, then it is to be, water is to be polluted and that water is to be unfit for prawn culture. In those areas prawn culture is done, in that area all facilities were available easily for the prawn culture areas, that may be east coast or west coast, where in which brackish water or the estuarine water, prawns, these are to be cultured in that areas. All facilities, these are to be easily available, easily these are to be done, easily any condition these are to be required, we can adopt. Culture area is in transport availability, electricity is also available, adequate quantity of water for washing and cleaning selection site is ideal, then prawn culture is performed successful. Hence, for ideal site selection, topography, soil type and water quality are most important. Just I have told that is uneven, bottom is not required, then those irregular size, irregular shape of water, these are to be not chosen, means regular and even condition of bottom, means that is, hence for the ideal site selection, topography, where the site selection, where land we have choose, these are to be ideal. Soil type, it is also ideal, which is to be water holding capacity, more water these are to be hold and these are to be not percolated, and water quality which is to be enter, that water quality is to be good water quality. Wastage, debris and polluted water, these are to be not enter, because it is to be again minimize the culture of prawns. Such ideal quality of topography, soil type and water quality, these are to be most maintaining, and this indicate that our site selection is to be good, our site selection, these are to be in proper way, in proper manner, then prawn culture, these are to be good, then prawn culture, these are to be successful, prawn culture, these are to be in best way, in best manner. With this, we have completed food feeding of Penaeus indicus, and next point, site selection of the marine water prawn culture, culture on south, culture on east, culture on west, those areas where estuaries and brackish water, these are to be abundant, where estuaries and brackish water, these are to be easily available, generally in east and west coast areas, these prawn, these are to be cultured on large scale, these are to be cultured on abundant scale. With this, we have completed 2 points, food feeding and site selection. Thank you up to here. Any problem, any difficulties, please ask. Again, thank you for for your patience hearing and seeing the videos.